What if I told you that your brain is literally glowing right now? Not metaphorically, not poetically, but actually emitting light that scientists can detect outside your skull. This isn't science fiction. This is cutting-edge neuroscience that's revolutionizing how we understand consciousness itself. For centuries, we've talked about bright minds, brilliant thoughts, and flashes of inspiration. Turns out, these weren't just figures of speech. Your brain produces what scientists call biophotons, ultra-weak photons of light that your neurons emit as they fire. And here's the mind-blowing part. These photons are so powerful, they can actually be measured outside your head. Researchers at Northwestern University made this incredible discovery using ultra-sensitive equipment that can detect single photons. They found that when neurons communicate, they don't just send electrical signals, they emit light. Real, measurable light. Your thoughts, quite literally, illuminate your brain. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. These biophotons aren't random. They follow patterns. They pulse in rhythm with your brainwaves. When you're thinking hard, problem solving, or having those eureka moments, your brain glows brighter. When you're relaxed or sleeping, the glow dims, but never completely disappears. This discovery is solving one of neuroscience's biggest mysteries. How do billions of neurons coordinate so perfectly to create consciousness? For decades, scientists couldn't explain how electrical signals alone could account for the speed and complexity of human thought. The answer was literally staring us in the face, or rather glowing from within our heads. Light travels at 186,000 miles per second. That's nearly instantaneous communication across your entire brain. While electrical signals crawl along at just 120 meters per second, these photons create a light-speed network that could explain how your brain processes information so incredibly fast. Think about it when you recognize a face in a crowd, solve a math problem, or have a creative breakthrough. Billions of neurons need to coordinate in milliseconds. Electrical signals alone couldn't account for this speed. But a photonic network, that changes everything. Dr. Stuart Hameroff from the University of Arizona suggests these biophotons might be the key to consciousness itself. He proposes that consciousness emerges from quantum processes in the brain, and these light emissions could be the signature of quantum coherence in neural networks. But there's a problem. Most people's brains aren't operating at their full photonic potential. Poor diet, lack of sleep, chronic stress, and environmental toxins can dim your brain's natural glow. When your neurons aren't healthy, they produce fewer biophotons, leading to brain fog, poor memory, and slower thinking. Modern life is essentially dimming our inner light. Processed foods lack the nutrients your neurons need to function optimally. Blue light from screens disrupts the delicate quantum processes in your brain. Stress hormones interfere with biophoton production. We're walking around with dimmed minds, operating far below our true potential. Research shows that certain nutrients can dramatically increase biophoton production. Antioxidants like alpha-lipoic acid protect the cellular machinery that generates these photons. Omega-3 fatty acids optimize neural membrane function, allowing for better light transmission. B vitamins fuel the metabolic processes that create biophotons. Meditation and mindfulness practices have been shown to increase biophoton emission. When you quiet your mind and focus your attention, your brain's photonic output actually intensifies. It's as if consciousness itself brightens when you tune into it. Sleep quality dramatically affects your brain's glow. During deep sleep, your brain performs quantum coherence maintenance, essentially tuning up its photonic networks. Poor sleep disrupts this process, leaving you with dimmed cognitive abilities the next day. Here's what's really exciting. We can measure and optimize this process. Scientists are developing technologies that can detect your brain's biophoton output in real time. Imagine being able to see when your mind is operating at peak brightness and when it's dimmed. Some researchers believe we're on the verge of developing biophoton enhancement technologies, devices that could stimulate optimal photon production in your brain, literally making you brighter. We might be able to diagnose neurological conditions by measuring changes in biophoton patterns long before symptoms appear. The implications are staggering. If consciousness is indeed linked to quantum photonic processes in the brain, we might be able to enhance human intelligence, creativity, and awareness in ways we never imagined. We could develop treatments for depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline based on restoring optimal biophoton production. To support your brain's natural glow right now, focus on 3 key areas. First, nutrition. Feed your neurons with antioxidant-rich foods, quality fats, and essential vitamins. Second, optimize your sleep to allow for proper quantum coherence maintenance. Third, practice mindfulness to enhance your brain's photonic output. Your brain isn't just an electrical computer, it's a quantum light machine. Every thought you think, every memory you form, every moment of awareness is accompanied by your own personal aurora, invisible to the naked eye, but absolutely real and measurable. The next time